Hello everyone, welcome to another flash review from Deviant.fun, and today, not to get away from the latest tendencies, I'm going to talk about Garth Ennis. Yeah, one of our favorite writers and one of my personal favorites. I think he truly rocks. Yeah, one of my top 5 writers in comics, no doubt. And what I give you today is Wormwood. Chronicles of Wormwood. I've got the last battle here. I don't have the last enemy. We don't have it in the store, but it's short to be available. I'm not sure if it's out of print, but we can get it. We have our ways, as you know, so it's just a matter of time. I haven't read Last Battle, like I said, but I'm going to review the first one, and I must say that perhaps it happened twice that Garth Ennis thought he was writing the last book. When he wrote this, he probably wasn't thinking of a sequel, but then there was a sequel that I can show you the cover. Let me see if you can see it. It's this one here, The Last Enemy. So by the name, once again, it seemed like, okay, we'll stop here. This is The Last Enemy. But then they made The Last Battle, probably because they were well received. And I can understand that by reading Chronicles of Wormwood #1, which I'm going to talk about it now. So, Wormwood is the Antichrist, so is the crossing of the devil, Satan himself, with a human that he raped. And we've got this character here who represents Jesus in a very special way, and we've got a talking rabbit. Okay, yeah, Wormwood has got some powers, so we decided why not to give intelligence and the capability of speech to a rabbit. Yeah, that's Garth Ennis, so nothing should surprise us. Then we have the Pope representing religion here, and whoa, does Garth Ennis punch these guys on the nose. If you're religious, especially Catholic, then this book is definitely not for you, because this is a very, very special Pope, and you'll see him doing very nasty things, so you probably won't like it. If you're easily offended when it comes to religion, then stay away from this. So let's see what it says here in the summary. So, Armageddon and the Antichrist from the creator of Preacher. In fact, you'll find, if you love Preacher, you're almost sure that you're going to enjoy this, because it has some common elements. So Garth Ennis unleashed on his most audacious comic book epic yet. Wormwood is the Antichrist, his dad is Satan, and his demonic powers help him fit right into New York. His best friend is Jesus, a mentally challenged man who just isn't performing many miracles these days. The pesky Armageddon is coming right up, and it doesn't look like Pope Jacko, this guy here, is going to be any help stopping it. Ennis drags the whole world into the gutter with his trademark razor-sharp dialogue, biting wit, and the stunning art of Jason Burrows, all in full color. Yeah, so this is not for the easily offended. You gotta have stomach to read this, because well, I've read The Boys, I've read The Preacher, I haven't finished the series yet, unfortunately, because it's so great. I really want to end it. But this book really has no boundaries. So Wormwood lives a normal life. He doesn't want to be the Antichrist, so don't expect him to be a nasty guy or a nasty character, but you will see him doing some Antichristy things throughout the book when he gets stepped on. So he's not a saint, but he's definitely not the Antichrist that his dad wants him to be. In fact, he's got a pretty bad relationship with his dad that appears to him. But like you see, he has a normal life, he has his office, he is kind of a producer of a television series, something like that. and then he likes to go to this bar where he meets with Jesus, who had some kind of accident. I think the accident was never explained, or it passed me by when I read it, because I don't remember it being explained. But he got his head smashed. He's got a big scar on his head, so he doesn't even remember what he is, that he is Jesus, and what his place in the world is. But Wormwood knows everything about him. Oh, okay. This is the thing where he got hit. I wasn't remembering of it. So, like you see here, this is a very strong word, nigger, right? It's almost prohibited. Well, not to Garth Ennis. He will use it. Not that he wants to offend anyone, just to show that some people still think of black people like that. In this case, the policeman was just attacking because, well, he was a black guy sitting there, probably not doing anything wrong. It seems that it was some kind of manifestation, probably no blood for oil. So it looks like some kind of ambientalist protest or something like that. So he got his head crushed and is in a tough spot, like the summary says, is mentally challenged. It's got some explicit scenes of sex, as you can see it. So Wormwood here is betraying his beloved girlfriend. He doesn't know quite well why he does that, because he really loves his girlfriend, and maybe that will have consequences for him. And here is Daddy, who visits Wormwood regularly to check up on him and see how he's doing. And here's our nasty Pope. So you can see that Garth Ennis treats with no respect. In fact, Pope Chaco is the most nasty guy here. Is nastier than Satan himself. And when you see Garth Ennis' representation of God, then oh my God, you better not be a religious guy, because you'll get pissed at Garth Ennis. Because God here only has one hobby and is always doing it, and I'm not even going to say what it is. But Pope Chaco has got some more imagination, but he likes to try everything in terms of sex. And the dialogues that he keeps with his bishops and counselors, they're just, well, it's Garth Ennis. He just mistreats them, talks dirty to them. It's, yeah, super sharp dialogues, like the summary said, but very amusing if you don't take it serious. This page in this page, this is where his girlfriend finds out that she's being betrayed, and you've got check marks on every swear, curse word you can imagine that she calls him. So it's super funny. There's expressions I have never heard of. So there's some teaching here to be done, some learning to be done. I meant. So this book is a ride. You take a ride with Wormwood as he goes visit heaven. Then he goes visit his own dad's territory, where he is kind of afraid of him, because that's his domains. If he wants to finish him, he could finish him there, and he doesn't trust his daddy, of course. He's got big daddy issues. And he takes his friends on the ride. So he takes the talking rabbit, and he takes Jesus also. He likes to take Jesus up there and down there, hoping that something will trigger his memories. He doesn't want to force it, but he would like Jesus to regain his personality, his mission, and so he tries to do this. Then we get to see some interesting punishments for guys that were, for example, this was a suicide bomber. He was promised how many versions is it? I can't remember the exact number of versions that are promised. Well, this is his task: changing diapers, cleaning vomit for all these babies, for all his existence. Yeah, that's Garth Ennis. And there's some other interesting punishments too, some more physically violent. So Satan is trying to convince. Okay, let's forget we saw that. Maybe didn't have time to see, but it was Pope Checo on his knees and a girl behind him. Yeah, if you saw it, clearly. That was what was happening there. So, like I said, the book goes much around Satan visiting Wormwood, trying to convince him, okay, we gotta change this world. It's the right time. People are ready. They want us. They want the world to be like I envision it to be. God is nonsense and is a complete waste, and we should take the opportunity and bring Armageddon and rebuild the world and make it a better place, at least on his vision. But Wormwood isn't at all like that. He wants the humanity to be given the opportunity to choose its path. Satan tries to reason with him, showing him how wrong is humanity's path, and how they've pretty much made always the worst decisions ever. But he can't convince Wormwood. What he is able to convince is Pope Jacko to give him some things he needs for Armageddon. So they're actually pairing up, and like I said, Pope Jacko is a very special pope, very unconventional. Then we've got another character, a very sexy one, the Whore of Babylon. So I was going to say all, but not all. Some of the biblical characters are portrayed here as humans inhabiting the human world. Of course, Wormwood loves his pal Jesus, and not only does he try to bring him back to reality, to what he is, but also protect him from his father and from Judas Iscariot, who is here, and that plays some role here in between. And that's when Wormwood loses it, and that's the only moment when you see him acting as an antichrist or as an evil guy. And of course there's the girlfriend, the betrayed girlfriend. I'm not going to tell you if he gets back to her or not, but let me just tell you that not everything goes well in this book. In the final sequence, where Satan, by building some plan to put Wormwood against the wall and the sword, between the wall and the sword, ends up summoning him and trying to fulfill his destiny, let's say, which would be to kill Christ. And the ending is surprising because Wormwood does not want to do it, of course, but maybe Jesus has a different opinion. He has died for us in the biblical story, and it seems that he is willing to die again for other reasons that you have to read the book to understand, but it makes some sense. It actually makes sense. So, like I said, this is not a book for everyone, though it has some hidden reflections by Garth Ennis around religion, especially, and what the modern society's values are. It is all explored here, metaphorically, and sometimes explicitly, and yeah, lots of sex too. So yeah, that shouldn't be a surprise for you if you're a Garth Ennis reader, but be warned that this is a very strong, explicit work. But guess what? I loved it. Yeah, it's Garth Ennis. He never disappoints. This man still likes to disappoint me. But maybe there's some book of him that I won't like. But until now, the thing I've read I've liked the least, but still I liked it, was Out of the Blue, and still I think it's a very good book. So every time this guy is a solid choice. This is one of those books where the cover fools you. At least it fooled me. I don't like the cover. I think it's pretty awful, and it doesn't make justice to the artwork, which is actually good. But the cover is so, yeah, it looks like an old book with no good design principles. The colors, I think everything is wrong in this cover. It doesn't make me want to read it when I look at it, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, what's inside, it's really worth the reading. So now I have to read The Last Enemy before reading The Last Battle. Yeah, so must say this was a surprise, like I said, because the book the cover never pushed. But yeah, highly recommend this for Garth Ennis fans, for people who like seeing serious things being taken non-seriously, and to the edge of being offensive. If you like playing with those things, then you'll just love this book. So, to end up and summarize, because I've talked about enough about Garth Ennis and this book, you know where to get it. Deviant.fun.biz, that's our online shop when you can get this and many other books. Some of them in stock, most of them they need to be ordered because we've got thousands and thousands of titles, and other equivalent number, it's not even advertised. So messages when you're looking for something that you don't find in the shop, especially if it's out of prints, because we've been getting lots of out of prints for you guys, and we love hunting them down. Yeah, and if you like these videos, it will help if you'd subscribe and like the videos, of course. We don't have publicity or anything like that, so it's just for showing you, in hopes that we're showing you the next book that will fulfill your comic-y needs. Yeah, so you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram to see what news arrived to the shop, for example, or also media-related news, new things that are coming out, etc. A bit of everything. We try to keep the page very dynamic, so that you can get up to date of what's going on in the comics world, and especially at Deviant.fun, of course. So yeah, do us a favor and follow us. If you really like it, then yeah, visit us regularly, and we would really appreciate that. So until the next video, stay well, safe, and have pleasant, provocatory reads also. And until the next video, so Deviant.fun out in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye everyone. See you.